them come. This is their fate.
All right. Welcome back to the House of Wolves podcast. I'm your host, Deontay. Here are my near and dear friends, Jalen and Josh. Still ain't set up my cues and my music or whatever I want to do to kind of make it spicy in the front. But right now, I just got to do my pew, 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 pew. Got to do my Birdman hands, which I forgot. You know, you got to get them Birdman hands going.
What you, it's not like a soundboard. It's just like a stream deck type thing, right?
Right. I have it. I purchased the license. I just haven't set it up. So me being lazy, unfortunately, you guys don't get the whole shebang at the beginning. But I have it. I have my stream deck so I can program it. I just ain't got around to it. That's all. So cut me some slack. We're going to get it. 2023, we're just going to start off differently. We're going to get it before at least. I'm hoping before February, I'm going to have it ready for you guys so I can make it a little bit more exciting at the beginning.
Man, you ain't lazy as an Overwatch matches. You got your sweatband on the Overwatch, so it's all good.
I suppose that's a good alternative is to be sweating in some Overwatch. But yeah, I get it right for you guys. Don't worry. But yeah, let's talk about some stuff. But before we always do, there's a few things happening. CES, PlayStation 5 talking about they Drought Over. A couple games coming out in January. We're gonna discuss. So we got some stuff. So before we get started, as usual, Jalen and Josh, tell people what you've been up to, what you've been doing, what you've been playing, and anything exciting happening, whatever that may be. So let's go with Josh first.
All right. Well, I ain't been playing nothing. I'm out here feeling like y'all, not playing games. Just out and about. No, just a busy week. Wife feeling down. It's not like COVID or anything, but she's been sick, so I've been doing more daddy duties. So I ain't been on the game as much.
Mm-hmm.
Finished grad school in December, and they finally, did all my grades and my degree, so I'm all done.
Oh, okay.
Almost a 4.0.
Almost
3.93. Just one class that took that out, but it's straight.
Wow. Disrespect.
Yeah. But no, same old online game rotation. Fortnite and Overwatch. We've been on a lot. We've been getting whooped on Overwatch lately. I feel like we've just been getting matched up with higher skilled players, and people been online complaining about like the matchmaking because I think it just has a wide like range that it can like pull people from.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Otherwise, once I finish, I'm almost done with both the battle passes, so. Y'all know me, gonna be looking for my next online game. Should I go back to Warframe? Should I go back to Destiny?
Oh my
let me know
goodness.
what's hot. What's hot right now?
Destiny Lightfall come out February, I think 27th or something like that. I was gonna try the campaign, but I was like, I don't want to spend that much money on just the campaign, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I'm not gonna play none of the other stuff. I'm just gonna play the campaign part, and I haven't been keeping up with the season story stuff, so I had to watch a video, catch up, then go into Lightfall, and I'm just like, that ain't enough
Destiny
to
how
pay
they do
for
this
it.
stuff is goofy because like I know you said the last one, Witch Queen was good, but like with how Destiny do its content, like I don't even know what from the last expansion is still available. Like, is it worth it starting now? Before Lightfall, or like it's a lot of that stuff gonna be gone. So Destiny is always weird jumping back into.
Yeah, for sure. So it's it's really just a hard game to kind of stay playing anyway because of the lack of the overbearing lack of creativity as of now, as well as the inability to make their multiplayer PvP worth anything. They've been playing them same maps since I left. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. I ain't played that game in almost a year and a half now, It's been a minute. Well, I guess I played the Witch Queen, but I like, you know what I mean. Like that game is just it's been in the same state for forever. So, at
Like, they
least on
still got
that
the same
side,
Crucible match.
bro, nothing's changed.
Wow.
Bro, they haven't changed anything. Like the Crucible maps are still the same. They added one new map, and it's been years. So I'm not. Yeah, I don't play that game, but we all know that. But yeah, okay. Looking for another one. I might keep an eye out for something multiplayer. I don't even know. I've been thinking about other games. I told you I was playing Fortnite with my little brother, and that was fun. But I don't know. I think of something. What about you, Jalen? What you been up to? What you been playing?
Shoot, I ain't been up to nothing for real. I just have started a new job and stuff like that. So that's going smooth. Entering week 2, starting tomorrow. Super aesthetic. But other than that, games I've been playing, a whole lot of Overwatch, or a whole lot of playing with Ash on Overwatch for sure. Because that's what I do best. But I'm trying to think. I ain't really been playing any new games. I've been wanting to get Crisis Core, still haven't got it yet. Got it to justify the purchase itself. Especially when Overwatch has been doing me justice. And then I know I had talked to y'all a little about the Steam Deck that has been a little like frustrated because I wanted to go back to playing that Pokemon game or whatever. But I can't get the controllers, the map right because I just don't know why. And then it was one other thing. I guess I was playing like Sonic Colors or whatever. I was trying to actually finish beating that game because I stopped playing it like over a year ago. So I'm just trying to finish that up or whatever. But y'all mentioned something about Destiny. I'm like, man, I could try to go back and play that game a little bit on the Death Box, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Like y'all said, it's kind of harder to get back into that game or whatever. So, but no, I definitely want to give a shout out to Josh because he definitely ain't tell us nothing. He our secret agent. Don't never tell us anything. Congratulations on graduating.
Exactly.
I'm like, bro, what? I'm like,
yeah, I'm done. I was like, bro, I had no idea. Like, oh, wow.
I mean, I'm not even the type of person to celebrate until like I got a job. So I wouldn't even think about it. Yeah, I got my little paper, but
I got my little paper.
We're not doing that. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, this man. Yeah, so that's you guys. We found out. You found out. So just so you know, he keeps it right there for you. We get that information right to you. Don't worry. We don't hold nothing.
I ain't even tell us. We on Overwatch going crazy. Getting clapped. He ain't even talking about that yet. Just finished my semester and stuff like that. Master boy, like excellence. No, we getting whooped on Overwatch, bro. Like you could brighten up the mood with that at least.
Yeah, we was getting spanked. But yeah, okay. Well, a little bit the same, I guess. I haven't been playing much. I've been playing Sonic Frontiers. I still ain't beat Need for Speed Unbound, which I'm still having a lot of fun with. I'm trying to transition, like I said last time, those fake New Year's resolutions. I'm trying to stick to them, and been working out and not eating as much as I used to, and like the stuff I used to eat anyway. Trying to minimize it, but not hold myself to a standard. Just minimize the intake and how many times I eat and when I eat and stuff like that. Just because, do I need that extra cupcake right now? No, probably not, but it looked delicious or something like that. But yeah, it's just doing that and spend time with the kids and doing that stuff. So yeah, it's been not busy in the sense of load. It's just busy and trying to keep stuff compartmentalized and trying to make sure I'm hitting everything I want to try to hit on and not just letting stuff fall to the wayside. YouTube, TikToks, short videos. I'm trying to keep everything moving in the right direction, podcast wise, actually promoting the podcast. So we can actually get some real discussions behind it. But, all that stuff is daunting when you got a full-time job. You want to make sure you're doing well at as well. So just trying to balance it all. and all that good stuff. So yeah, not been playing much, but Overwatch. And it feel like this podcast of gamers, we tend to just play all the free stuff. We don't really got no paid for games anymore. And I think that'd be an interesting one to start with. Is just, are the free games getting too good to the point where the games that actually you have to pay for can't compete unless you're on like a God of War level? Is it getting that tough out here?
No, I think Jalen might have brought it up before, like when I was talking to him. It's just single player games require an investment because like you want to pay attention. Like, I want to play Death Stranding because I got that for free over the Christmas, sale they had.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's like a 60-hour game, and it want me to pay attention. I know it's like some down points where you can just probably listen to a podcast while you're playing, but I at least want like 2-3 hours to sit down and play the game. Whereas like Overwatch, we can play for a long time, but if something come up, we gotta stop after one match. I feel like it's not like I'm not losing anything because at least we got to play a whole match. At least that's how it is for me. I got a bunch of single player games that I haven't touched in a while.
But you got a pause menu, right? Like, I guess
all of them.
Yeah, well, remember I told you
the main thing is I don't like pausing in the middle of the story.
That makes sense.
Because
okay.
I'm playing Callisto Protocol, and I gotta take a break, go take care of the baby, come back 2 hours later, and it's like, okay, now I can continue. Well, it's not even that for me. It's the how to put it, like, if I'm playing Callisto Protocol for an hour, I don't want to have to get up every 10-15 minutes to go do something.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. Like,
gotcha. So time blocks versus like, even though you probably would end up playing for like an hour and a half on Overwatch or something, it's because it's not determined and it's not like a commitment. It's like 15-minute blocks, and then okay, if I gotta do something real quick, I can do it. If I can't, I can just stop and miss out the next match and then come back. It's kind of like that whole, you're not committed to the full hour, but you're committed to like a 15-minute burst. I get that. That's like the difference between that multiplayer and single player aspect of it. But I feel like we play a lot of free and short burst games. I think it's a lot mostly to do with our timing and how we actually can play together, but it also kind of does with, I feel like it's because they're like just really good games. I don't know. I don't really play all free games. I play really good games that's free, and then it kind of eats up all the time I would have for another equally good game, but maybe single player. Like, I could have definitely finished Crisis Core by the time I've put into Overwatch by now, but I'd rather play that. Is it the fun aspect, or is it, I don't know. It's probably a lot of factors, and I'm probably not gonna get an answer like that, but I just think it's very interesting that when I was talking about even why I got portable things is to play free games. It's not to play like no games I purchased. Most of the time I'm playing free games on like my Series S or my Steam Deck because they just fun to play. So, so it's a conversation there, but right now I ain't think about it too much. I just know that free games are taking over, and they're getting a lot better, and I think they're gonna continue to keep happening like this. I just don't like the monetization part of it.
And, from my standpoint, I think it's just like the access of it, right? A free game is a game where most times they're gonna be multiplayer. That's the way it seemed like it worked. So we got that aspect. They don't require us to have PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live or anything like that. That access of it, a lot of them is cross-platform and on like a lot of consoles and things. So that's another access. So now we got like a multitude of different things, like barriers that can inhibit people from playing. Those have been like removed, and I guess the next thing is like, because we don't have like a financial commitment and it's a little bit more optional, we don't have to feel obligated to play this game. Like, I remember before with Destiny when they used to be dropping the DLCs and stuff. I'm like, well, I need to make sure this thing worth it, and can I still play with y'all without it? And what can I not play? Because me, I ain't gonna spend money if I don't see it for like a justified cost. So it's a multitude of all those factors that uh, makes free to play games a little bit more desirable. And then I guess the last piece of it is it's like we always doing something, so being able to get games in like the short bursts or whatever, that kind of like that helps out. And it's something else I was going to say too, but I can't recall it at this specific moment. That kind of helped out. But it's just cool with the idea, like you said, the monetization is cool when it's monetized I ain't gonna say correctly, the better way.
Right.
Versus like, they be like, well, we need you to spend 80 hours on this game in order to get this one scan, essentially, like, equating it to that point or whatever. So but that's kind of something that I grasp out of it. And I think that's a little bit more justified part for me, at least. Because like I said, I don't like to spend money, because then I feel like I have to play the game at this point. Like I'm feel like I need to be signing colors because I paid for it. Not that I really want to play. Not saying that it ain't a bad game, but I'm like, I'd rather be playing Overwatch. But yeah, and the last thing is that because we live in 3 different locations and stuff like that, and that's our medium to like communicate, because we do have other conversations when we play the game too. So I feel like that's a huge driving factor, at least from my standpoint. So
yeah, because you can't really have a conversation while playing those single players, because you're really focused on that game versus the offhand conversations we have. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I mean, all great points, and definitely some great rebuttals there, because free games necessarily might not be getting better, but they might be more accessible, and they just might be more convenient. And the convenience portion was what allows it to stay at the top of the game, because it's just so convenient to play them, so convenient to engage with friends within them. And you don't have to have much of a strong buy-in, because you can literally, someone could be on a PS4 and still play with us, and they don't even have to upgrade to anything new. So yeah, definitely the buy-in. I think that might cause the decline of the single player hard exclusives over time, but I think that's evolution in a way. The first one that did it was PUBG, and now it's commonplace. You really, really expect it from a lot of these people now. So we'll see. I still agree that that's probably why I don't like Apex Legends. It's simply because of how inconvenient that game is. It's like one of the most. It probably gets F for inconvenience, for being convenient. It's just not there. So I understand that completely. But yeah, okay. Well, let's move into one of the actual topics for today, and that was going to be the PlayStation 5 and Sony saying the drought is over. So that means, Josh, you ain't got no excuse, right? You gotta go pick yours up today. No,
You're never looking.
But that they in the stores now. So anybody who ever wanted one, they basically said the supply has finally met demand, and it's at its equal, and you don't need to really fight to get one anymore. If you want one, you could probably purchase one. Not saying that your local store is going to have it, but maybe buying from Sony Direct or wherever you may have it online, you're more than likely going to be able to buy one. Maybe not walking into a store, but I've seen plenty of PlayStation 5s and GameStop, people buying them left and right within there. So I don't see it being an issue, but you never know. They said it's over, so. But the bigger news that came out with that is that they sold 30 million units, or at least shipped 30 million units. And I know the comparison to that, because we always got to do the comparisons, because Xbox console wars is still a thing. Xbox Series X and S have sold a cumulative of around 15 million. That's estimate. It's not fact because they haven't said anything. But that is the estimate that people are going with, that 15 million. And obviously, the PlayStation has doubled it. I'm gonna be honest. I like my Xbox more, but the PlayStation does have the things that would make me buy a console, and hold on to it. The Xbox does not. If I could really, I can literally play most of that stuff on the PC, and if I had a rig better, good enough, that I didn't want to avoid, and I wanted to avoid the fee for online or the fee for convenience, because this is the most convenient console I've ever owned. I probably would switch, but I just won't, because simply, like I said, I prefer to have a box that sits there in an ecosystem that works, and people are working towards making it work on said thing. There's been plenty of times where PC launches were botched and terrible, for days on end, for weeks on end, simply because of small issues that they could have rectified. And even when they try to rectify them, it's still a problem. So I prefer to just have that convenience factor of knowing that a game should work and should be in a state that's playable. But more and more we get into the technology advancement, the more and more it becomes a lot crappier. So that might even break. And once that breaks, I'm like, what's the point? But you know that if exclusive comes out on that PlayStation 5, they still holding up that quality. They still holding up that. And I think the same will go for Xbox outside of Bethesda launch. I still can't trust them. But the other things that they launch with, Halo Infinite, things like that, you know they're going to run well. So, yeah. I don't think those numbers tell me anything outside of that the PlayStation 5 was very much so overhyped. And it has games that have come out to prove its worth. But a lot of those games were ran on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro. And there's no real true exclusives that would make me run out and purchase it. Because there is no, I mean, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, no. Returnal, no. None of those games. But those games like Horizon, God of War looks a lot better on that console. So that wasn't the reason enough for me to just buy out, because you know I'm a pixel counter. I like to push those pixels, so that's the only reason. And honestly, I do play my Xbox more. I don't agree with console wars. I think they're kind of stupid. But I do agree in competition, and if they're competing, Xbox, you know what you got to do to step it up. You're solidified in a lot of areas at this point. Feel you're doing a heck of a job turning this whole ship around, but you need the console exclusives. You need the games that actually people want to play and want to actually go out and buy your console for. And until you have those, you are going to trail the biggest company to do it since Nintendo. So, yeah, I don't really got much else to say on that. I mean, what's your thoughts on 30 million versus 15, or estimate anyway? What's your thoughts?
I think that makes sense because they've just been outpacing even themselves, like PS4,
Yeah,
for a while. You know, estimates, even with the supply constraints, um, been selling out for a long time. And I mean, honestly, part of that is scalpers, but the demand was still there. They had the games
yeah,
to show
absolutely.
for it, and people are excited.
Yeah,
Xbox, honestly, I know that it's probably not good for them that they're losing money. I think that's not bad for them, because I think I had to look at the numbers. I think the Xbox One was doing worse around this time.
oh yeah. Hmm.
So I think it's good. I think it's clear they're not going to ever outpace them at any point, at least this generation for sure. But like you said, competition wise, it's always good to have them getting better. And
Yeah,
we might see some, exclusives come out later that actually get people excited. But for right now, PlayStation has been killing it, always has. Um, I I'm glad people can get it, because like it's been what, two
years.
years.
Yeah,
Um, Yeah, that because everything was hard to get, like VR headsets, Steam Decks, all that type of stuff. The PlayStation's lasted the longest, where like its demand been high the whole time.
Hmm.
Uh, I probably said it before, but personally, I'm just waiting for the game to make me get one because like I'm not gonna play anything on there, especially like even Sony first party games. Like a lot of those are coming to PC, so if we're gonna play them, I'll just wait.
Hmm.
Final Fantasy 16, unfortunately, seems like the only game that I'm gonna be forced to get the console for because it's not coming to PC for a long time. It's definitely not coming to Xbox, so uh,
No,
we'll
it's
see.
not.
Unless it don't review well, and then I might have to be like, I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, I doubt that now. I mean, I doubt it's gonna review poorly. It might still, because Final Fantasy 4, was it 15? Didn't review poorly. People still liked it, but that game was, anyways. But I think that game itself and the way they're using their previous stuff, like the storytelling, the action, the spells, like it seemed like they taking the best of everything, right, and putting it all in one package, and that's what I hope to see when I finish playing it. I want to see a really well done story. I want to see like quality in their combat system. They always do have to change it up a little bit. I know you said that, like they always like just revamp the combat system sometimes. So it might not feel like remake, but it might be close, or it might not even be that close. But I don't see how they can mess it up, but you never know.
Yeah, it might be different. It seems like a good team, and the combat is actually they got the guy from Capcom who did DMC5 as their lead.
Oh, okay.
So it could just be like fully action and no menu stuff. But I haven't actually looked too deep into like the preview videos.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it for sure. And I'm just glad that um I guess what I'll say is I'm glad I don't care and I own them all, because obviously the technology is still good. Like the underlying technology in both consoles is good. In my opinion, they're worth the money, because the PCs that they're being compared to cost a lot more, and this was 2 years ago. So now, even now, with the technology becoming less cheaper, it's still not hitting the mark for them. As in, like, these things came out 2 years ago. Technology wasn't as good as it was now, and it wasn't as cheap as it was now. We have revisions come out, and you still probably couldn't build a PC to run as just as good as those Xbox Series X or the PS5. So the underlying technology to me was always worth it. So I don't care that um, the games aren't here yet, because first and foremost, they're gonna come, and the thing is that they are already fulfilling the needs that I bought them for. Maybe not for all, but for me at least, they are fulfilling those needs. Providing exceptional and great games, and having seamless and fast load times, and I just can't go back to playing Destiny or something like that on an old console where load times are like a minute or something. It's just so many things that has been fixed that you don't even remember anymore, because at some point they were like very painful, but you just don't remember them no more because they have solved it. I can't go back to the other stuff. So I mean, they
Like
solved what
Beyond
I needed
Forward
for it. Oh yeah, for
last
sure.
night. Or not last
Yeah.
night, the night before.
And he was playing that scratchy version. Yeah, Jalen was moving around. He had to get on the PS4 to play some Overwatch, and then let's say it was scratchy, and he was taking a little bit longer to load into game.
I seen parts of the loading time and screens and music stuff that I didn't even know existed because they never make it that far. I'm like, it's
Yep.
part of the song. Or they dropped the update.
Nah, that's part of the sound. You just ain't never made it that far. But yeah, stuff like that. So I just think those conveniences far outweigh this battle. I wouldn't care if Xbox was outpacing PlayStation because again, I still have both. I'm not trying to pick a favorite or anything like that. I know one wants me to feel comfortable with buying games and keeping games and making sure that they move on with me. And one is like, I'm more designed to be a one-stop shop for this generation and this generation only. I'm always going to steer towards the one that wants to keep my stuff going, like the PC and the Xbox. But I don't have like I guess a preference right now. My preference is who's going to make my money stretch the longest, and whichever one do it is the one I'm going to go to. So yeah, that's my 2 cents there. But yeah, I mean, moving past that and moving into some other information or some other topics, games coming out in 2023. There's only like a few hitters. I ain't gonna lie, it's not that many. Which is kind of unfortunate, but it's not that many. But the two that are coming out that I actually am looking forward to are, and first, I guess looking forward to is a strong word. One is really one, and that's Dead Space remake. I always loved Dead Space. It's always been one of those games that just surpassed a generation, and then it kind of helped in bringing in this new form of style for me, like over the shoulder gameplay, real close camera style. That kind of got stolen by Naughty Dog, and they kind of abused it. But that closeness, that camera style, I really liked it. And I'm pretty sure Dead Space came out before that game. But yeah, I liked it. And I'm waiting for the remake to kind of go through that again. And I know they kind of said that you're going to be revisiting places. You're going to have a different experience when traveling through different terminal stations. You're not actually going to be on a train and going there. You're going to actually travel through the station because, again, it's one big place, and they are making it to where you don't have any cuts like God of War. So I just want to play that. I want to experience how that world is going to be seamlessly, no loading, just going straight from one place to the other, objective based, of course, and just surviving. So I don't think it's going to cause it to feel more open world. Maybe in those terminal stations when you're flying to or going to the next place and you're floating through space. But other than that, I feel like we're going to have that traditional Dead Space feel again. And I'm really excited for it. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's Dead Space. Like, for real. It's Dead Space. Yeah.
Well, I'll say
I think that's 27th. Yeah, January 27th.
that a bunch of games we've been excited for recently have been mid. So I'm going to say Dead Space going to be mid. And
what?
hopefully it's not.
Oh, man. Nah, that I mean it could.
I mean,
be.
Dead Space, they take in something that's already good and add into it. Hopefully, the stuff that they add in doesn't ruin it, because all the new mechanics, like the necromorphs, like following you from different rooms and stuff, that's always interesting because like they did it a tiny bit in like certain sections in the original game, but to actually have it fully them like follow you for real is what people always wanted in Dead Space.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the changes I personally don't like they showed off like Isaac new look, and he looks like weird. And I think he's supposed to talk a lot more in the first game now, which I personally never cared if he talked a lot. He was like, he's too silent and he has no character. The first game at least was not, I guess it was about because his girlfriend or whatever, but it wasn't about his character. It was just, survival. So I'm hoping that at least the story stuff that they're adding doesn't like detract away from the core experience, which I enjoyed. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that one is a miss, but you never know with a lot of these games. It might just run like trash when it come out and people skip it.
Yeah, like I just I don't want that I don't want them to tarnish the Dead Space because it took them so long to even come out with this too. Like I really want them to continue the franchise, and I feel like if this misses, they probably gonna just dead it, and that sucks. But hopefully it doesn't. I'm not gonna be a fanboy and just be like, oh, I'm buy it, just be buy it. I'm gonna look for the tech reviews and then I might purchase. And I'm probably going to get it physical because I am over buying digital games. It just hurts when I do it and I can't get that money back. So, I might pre-order it, but I might not pick it up. Just depends on the technical reviews because I really am over all these games having problems when they launch. I think that's a instant $30 off. So we'll see. We got other games, big hitters like Forspoken coming out. People are still worried about that game. That one comes out January 24th. What can I say about that one? I like the demo. There's a demo that's out that's playable on the so you can try it out on the PS5. I'm not sure if it's on the PC, but it's on the PS5. Because the game comes out on PS5 and PC, but I don't know if that demo is on the PC. But the demo's okay. It's a pretty big demo where you can run around it a lot and like really go back in and load a save, which is hilarious to me. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool. I just think the world is going to be a little dead, and I think the combat's going to be fun, and I don't like the characters yet. The girl is fine. It's just that thing that talked to her. I don't know if it's the cloak or if it's like a belt or whatever. Whoever is talking to her to do the comic relief is very much annoying. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through a whole game with him, but the combat seems okay. So I'll leave it at that because I don't want to bash the game. It ain't came out yet. But I think I foresee a bunch of mid scores, a bunch of 7s, a bunch of 6s, 7s out of 10s because there's not a bad game there. There's just all the other stuff that we're comparing it to and really being one of those large open world games. It's like those are so much ran into the ground that if you're not doing something extremely unique with it, that space, then there's no point in you doing it. So, and I think that's going to be one of those games where you're just going to have a bunch of rocks and cliffs that are unnecessary.
Hey, you be killing me, dude.
What? What you mean?
I feel what you were saying. No, you just it ain't a bad thing. It's just like when you be like paying attention to the you always put like the audio, not the audio, but like the voiceover, like the voice acting. There we go, the voice acting and stuff like that. How you be putting it in perspective for me and how you be paying attention to it. I was like, he do kind of got a point and those sorts of things. I'd actually downloaded the demo and I said I was gonna play it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna tell y'all because y'all don't play new games and stuff like that. So, but that's something that I'm gonna pay attention to now that you put it in perspective. Like you be saying stuff like that or ASAP. I mean Rihanna's baby. That not just when you got people like when you pay attention to those things, that make you put it in perspective and make me want to try to look at things through your lens and stuff. Because I know you got like a better lens on entertainment than I do because I'm like heavily influenced by nostalgia. So, and I'll be the first to admit so.
Yeah,
that's why I was just saying that'd be killing me because it just be funny when you mention things. I'm like, man, I gotta go pay attention to this too. So,
yeah, it just be it's those little small things that kind of point that pop out to me, and the guy's voice acting is it's just a lot. And I think he has like a British accent. I don't know if it's a British accent, but it's just like it's out of place. Whatever it is, out of place. So if you're interested in Forspoken, I think that if you just care about the combat and nothing else, and you really focus on that, like there is a system there that is engaging and fun. I can see how it can become challenging at points because of how much you have to flip around and you have to use different elements to fight certain things. And they have cool like spectacles for all the moves. So it's cool that way. It's just more so. It reminds me a lot of if you ever played DMC. If you played that one where you had to use the hook sometimes, and then you had to use the other elements sometimes, and you had to mix it all together to play and really come into like a real cohesive and fight, and like really have to engage and use all your weapons and tools. It reminds me of that. Can you like bluntly just go in and use the wrong element and try to fight something? Yeah, but it's gonna be harder. So it's like important to use the particular element that they're weak against to kind of get past those enemies, and they throw a lot of stuff at you at times. So the most engaging part of it is combat, but if you're just running from combat to combat, it may give me a Sekiro vibes, or Sekiro, whatever. Sekiro Shadow Die Twice vibes, where I'm just like, I'm not entertained because I'm just constantly going from battle to battle, and there's nothing engaging about it. So, yeah. But check it out. It's free to check out the Forspoken demo, and if you enjoy that port of it, then you might enjoy the full game. What else? I feel bad for wanting to play this, but One Piece Odyssey, it looks interesting to me. At least it has cutscenes that look engaging, as if they tried. But they tried to capture the essence of the show in the cutscene. Like they actually tried to do something on a Naruto level, like the Storm series level. But at the same time, they really be jacking up them games, bro. And there's nothing about the graphic fidelity that makes the game better. It's simply how true to the source material you go and make it feel like he's actually rubber and make the animation look good. I mean, that's a train going by. But that whole part of it, I want to make sure that it actually all fits, because if it doesn't fit, then there's like no point. Like really, I don't want to play it, because then I'm just playing it for their bad combat, because it's bad. Sometimes they give you like that whole, like there's no targeting system. It's like all of Luffy's moves are very much area effect, and it's like they're trying to cram Dynasty Warrior combat into a singular linear game, and it just sucks. So if there's no hit detection, no hit combat, no lock on, no real way to focus the fight and really provide like a more, how when you're using in Naruto, they bring the camera in to give you more of a effective view of some of their moves. It's like Odyssey or like One Piece, normal One Piece games. They lead a camera way out because they know the area effect, and you just don't feel connected to the character. You just feel like you're just moving around it. So that connection piece is like important. So I want to play it, but it's still on Xbox One. It's still on PS4. I don't feel like they're gonna do anything new. I think this is just a cash grab again, and we'll see though. January 13th. If they supposed to have a demo come out on the 10th, I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna try it. So if you guys are interested in One Piece Odyssey, there's a playable demo supposedly coming out on the 10th. That's in a few days. So that's Tuesday. And then the game comes out on Friday. So if you want to try it out before you buy, you can try it out. Other things.
Is made by CyberConnect?
That's a good question. I do not know. I think. Let me see.
I would assume so.
It's made by Bandai Namco. It's an RPG project. Let's see. It doesn't really
You know
say. It
how
just says Bandai Namco.
is that the one where it got the front? I think is Luffy jumping and it's like a greenish background.
Yeah. It got like the symbol is green. It says One Piece Odyssey.
Okay. You played any of those One Piece games?
One, and it was on the just one. But I've seen gameplay because I was looking like I literally searched best One Piece game, and they gave me some boo boo, and I remember what it was called. I was just looking through because I was like, I forget what I was trying to do. I think I was trying to find something because I was like, I want to play a One Piece game. Is there anything out there that's actually worth it? No, it's not. But some people have like their history one, the one they really like, and I think that some of them work. But hold up, this thing got a system trailer. Wait a minute, is this turn based? It is. How did I not know that? Huh?
You did say RPG. That's why I was wondering.
It's a
fix
whole.
your combat complaints. It's not hack and slash no more.
It's not hack and slash. Interesting. When did this come out? How did whatever. I can't do this on the pod. Anyways, Odyssey, if you want to try it out, it's a demo, come out on the 10th. So you can try out the combat system and everything. RPG, One Piece is very intriguing. I don't know how I missed the whole part about it being turn-based. Whatever. Maybe I thought it was JRPG. I don't know. Okay, well, actually, that has bumped up a little bit on my list. I might. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to the demo. But yeah, One Piece has never made a great game, in my opinion. Not one that was like worth it, and not even on the quality of a Storm series. So,
bro, Luffy. I remember in the old One Piece games, maybe like on the PS2, Luffy was always short. I'm like, bro, his body is not that like.
They never got his portions right, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know what's up with the way they animate this character in this world. They never get it right.
I never played them just off that. I remember like when I was younger, I think it was like Grand Adventure, or like Grand Battle or Pirate Battle. It was something like that. I'm like, why is Luffy so short, bro? Like he's slinky and got long like appendages. So like, why is he so tiny, like short? But I was like, I'm not messing with the game just off of that. And I was like, this had to be like 2005 or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that they, I don't know if it's like the way that these characters are drawn or what, but I'm like, these characters have been drawn for years. There's plenty of like art styles and ways that people create lengthy and like characters that expand and that are able to detract or I can't think of the word, but they have that rubber band effect like Ratchet and Clank. This is simply how I would animate these characters. I would create them in a way that they expand and extract and like actually look, like the characters. I don't know. They go for art style and they try to make it work, and most of the time it don't. So, and Odyssey isn't looking any different. It's just that they're putting more emphasis on details, and the camera is pulled in much closer. So, that's the biggest difference to me. Like, Luffy still run like a goofy. It still look weird. I hate to judge games on that, but that's it. The devil lies in the details. If you're not care about the details, you don't really care about the overall game. Like, I have never seen a game where they weren't interested in recreating the world in a specific way, to the point where it was still good. I just haven't seen it. So, I mean, I just haven't seen it. I mean, so it is what it is, though. We'll see. But Next game I think that was coming out and that I wanted to actually talk about was Fire Emblem Engage.
Engage.
Have you seen a lot about this, Josh, or no?
I've seen enough about it. You played Three Houses, right?
I didn't play it all. No, I just started it, but I never finished it.
Okay. So Fire Emblem Engage is kind of like a so it's a new story, new characters and stuff, but it's kind of a all-star type game where you can summon like throughout this story, you get new characters in your party or whatever, but they can summon from another dimension or something like that, classic Fire Emblem characters. So you can get Marth, you can get Ike, you can get other characters from the old Fire Emblem games, and they summon them in the battle. So that's the main thing. So you get all your classic characters and your new characters in the same game. Graphically, I think it looks really good. Like Three Houses kind of look bad in my opinion, but it was acceptable, I guess, because it ran on the Switch. But this one graphically looks a lot better, and I think it runs it pretty decent as well. So that's good. The only thing I know is that they are kind of scaling a little bit back on the social stuff. So it's going to be more about the combat. Because in Three Houses, like half the game you're in the school talking to people, trying to get their stats up, and the other half you're in combat. There's still going to be an element where you can walk around and talk to people, but it's a lot less, I guess, demanding or like time consuming as it was in the other game, which is good because I feel like it was okay at first, but like having to walk around this big ass school and talk to everybody after every single battle got annoying. Yeah, but I mean, it seems cool. I like Fire Emblem at its core. Its combat is like always really good, and I think it might be actually interesting to have like your old favorite characters in the game. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. Maybe wait for a discount or whatever. That Steam Deck discount. But yeah, that's.
I just got what you said. Wait for that discount. I said, oh, okay. I was like, wait. I was like, hold on. As soon as he said that, I was like, they don't do discount. They don't do discount. But yeah, I get you. I got you.
But yeah. What have you seen anything about it? Oh, I guess the main thing is like it's kind of goofy, being like a Japanese game. They always got to do some weird. Your alignment, like you make good decisions or bad decisions, is going to show up on your character's hair. Like if you look at the box art, half their hair is red, half is blue, and I guess it's supposed to change throughout the story depending on like your decisions.
Oh, so they dye their hair. Okay, got it. Yeah, no, that's cool. Fire Emblem, I just never have engaged with it enough to kind of have an opinion on it. And this one, I still the same, where I was like, I don't know much about Fire Emblem. And like I said, Three Houses was supposed to be my introduction, and I just never finished it. So I still don't know much about it. And I don't know the gauge, like the amount of time it takes to be talking to people versus like on the battlefield and like the permadeath and running through that game like that. There's just a lot of stuff I just haven't engaged with. So no pun intended, that I just don't. I can't really say much about it. All I know is that I'm sick of that old Switch. I want a new Switch. So, I mean, I'll leave it at that. But luckily, they said Fire Emblem, you said it looks good. And that's good. That's cool. But I ain't really got much else to say on it. I mean, yeah. Persona 4 Golden is coming to the Xbox. And Persona 3 Portable is coming to the Xbox. I might end up trying one of those. I beat Persona 4 Golden already, but maybe Persona 3, check it out. But I mean, Fire Emblem wise, I don't know, because I haven't even beat the one I already got. So yeah, it'd be tough. But Monster Hunter Rise is coming to Xbox Game Pass, Jalen. So there you go. Maybe another free game we can play because it's technically free, right? It technically is free and it's going to run a little better, and hopefully load times are better. But I think the load times and everything on Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch was really good too. So it don't really matter, but maybe that's something to be interested in. I wonder if your does it cross save, Josh, or no?
No.
Well, that's dumb. Well, but yeah, I mean, at least it's coming, and we know we're gonna run well and it's gonna look well. So, but I believe that one is launching in Game Pass, so that's nice. But there's other stuff, but they're not important. Kakarot is coming to the Xbox Series S and X and PS5 with the new update, but nobody cares about their draw distances getting better because the game was garbage.
The what distance?
Maybe the draw distances. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not like it wasn't 4K. But I don't know.
What?
We know Dragon Ball Z resident, our official Goku resident here is telling us that it's tight. Like, that doesn't help your case at all. We need somebody that's a little unbiased.
I ain't gonna say it was the coldest. It'd have been better if they had the Bruce Falcon or whatever that buddy name was, the dude that had all the good Dragon Ball Z music, not the original music, but the good music in there. If they had that in there, that game would have been A1 though. It's cool though.
If you say so, I mean, I believe that you believe that was a good game. Nah, just play.
I enjoyed it. I beat it. So.
Oh, I didn't know you beat it. Did you? So was it? How long was it? Do you remember?
Nah, I probably put at least like 15 to 20 hours in the game. It was straight for what it was. I mean, like I ain't gonna. It's Namco Bandai. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think you're gonna get? So that's a limitation itself, but it was a straight game. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was better than some other Dragon Ball Z games I played. I liked it flying around and interacting with the world and stuff and enjoying the small pieces of Dragon Ball Z that it's what they call it. Not a step back. It's a slice of life. There we go. I liked the slice of life aspects in there too.
Yeah, so I might that might be the most comparable one to Odyssey. Because they're kind of doing the same thing, like memories and going back and saying if you could change certain things. So I mean, like I said, I'm gonna try a demo on Odyssey. Hopefully, it's worth it.
All y'all opinions wrong. Best Dragon Ball Z games, Universe 2. So.
Oh my goodness! I forgot you played that. Hey, you played on the
Switch, bro. We forgot.
That man did play it on the Switch. Oh man, I know that thing was atrocious on there.
Yeah,
I played it on PS4 too.
I know, but you started, then you finished on. I think you either finished or you was.
Yeah, I got rented it from GameStop and then got the Switch version because I
GameStop.
Yeah.
Rent it.
7-day rental.
Rent it.
7-day rentals. Yeah, that game. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, I guess we all had our run in with some terrible games. Y'all know me. I like games, so you know I done had a few in my under my belt. But maybe they're just games we enjoy. I can't say terrible. They ran, they worked. I just know anything that's associated with a character that's beloved by Jalen, he usually give it the benefit of the doubt.
Man, I want to give Unity a big, like if I love whoever's on Unity.
Yeah. You don't love nobody because there's always a new character. You don't love any of them. Trust me, if that was Dragon Ball Z Unity.
Man, heck no, bro. There's plenty of Dragon Ball Z games. Hey, Josh,
he would have been on that. It's a good goddamn game.
Bro, I ain't even like Xenoverse 2 like that, bro.
Oh my god. Well, I'm trying.
I never beat Xenoverse 2.
Listen, you played it though, right?
Yeah, but
did you cough that bug up within a week?
No, but I ain't coughed Titanfall 2 up in a week. And Bro, my whole buyer's remorse started with Unity, bro. Like I can't emphasize it, bro. I was scarred. I was literally, I'm poor at Michigan State, bro. I'm like, man, I just spent $60 on this game, bro. I say to people up, I'm like, somebody please come buy this game off me, man. Please, I'm begging y'all, dog. Please. Like I can't go out. I got finesse. Like, you be nasty, finesse me, bro. I was going crazy, bro. I'm like, man, I could have bought any other game, and I spent all my GameStop points with the survey. Remember them surveys I kept talking to y'all about? And bought UNITY. Sick, bro. Sick.
That's not nobody's fault, but you decided to buy that game, man. Don't try to pawn it off on somebody. The fact that
review
man
embargo. I bought against the review embargo, bro. I was just like, never again, bro. That's the last game I was willingly up for the pace.
Cookage. Oh my god! Listen, the buyer remorse will never end. Shoot, I got buyer remorse for God of War, and I thought it was a great game. I don't think it ever ends. I don't think it's like gonna go away. I just think you just like how much a game is worth, and you know how much you pay for it, and sometimes you feel like it don't match. So, I mean, that's all there is to it. But Unity, at the time of purchase, you thought it was worth the money you spent. So,
Man, no, I didn't, bro.
Yes, you did.
I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be. That's the thing. I didn't think it was.
This man swipe for Unity, and now he over here talking about. I don't like it. Now, you already made the purchase,
bro. I was trying to get rid of Unity the minute I climbed on something and seen that way that boy Ponytail move in my game. I'm like, bro, what is going on in my game? I'm like, is my PS4 dying? I'm like, bro. And every time I looked at that wall and got on that, I said, nah, bro, cut this off now. I need to get rid of this game right now. Like,
dude. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, that buyer remorse is real. I feel you, my guy. I ain't trying to laugh at you, but that's funny.
No, you can laugh, bro, because I'm laughing too, man. That was straight pain, though. I'm in a better place, but just know I needed, like last week when we talked on the podcast, you had to get finesse. You just had to be there to know how it feel, and it tell you to move different. That's what happened. I said, you ain't never getting down on me again. You be nasty.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I started buying. I still buy most of my games physically because I'm like, I want someone to return back, and it's very selective now, man. Like I never used to be this selective on games, but I am very selective. Evil West still ain't been bought. Tiny Tina Wonderland was on like a technicality. I'm just very selective. I mean, because once I don't got the time, but two, even if I play it, it gotta really be fun. It can't be boring because I'm not gonna finish it. So just know yourself now. You know you ain't gonna finish something. Like, man, what's the point? But yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic. All right, and that would be the Trigun. Trigun. You ever watch that show, Jalen? Trigun.
You talking about Vash the Stampede?
Vash the Stampede, you know what I'm talking about, yes sir.
I seen some of Trigun. I ain't see all of it. I said I was gonna go back and watch it, but I ain't gonna see. I seen some of it though.
Yeah, well, they did a remake of it, and they're combining the animation and the manga that the animation was adopted from to kind of create something similar but new. It's supposed to be same kind of story being told, but it's definitely different scenarios and situations, and I don't know. So I was watching it today, and I finished the first episode because it recently. I think it launched today too, or yesterday. But it's called Trigun Stampede, or it's Trigun Stampede. Sorry. And I thought, okay. So the things I liked the character model. Actually, Trigun's character or Vash character model looks good. The art style is okay. The lighting on it has like a nice little glow to it. It's not overpowering like Boruto, where if they have like a dark skinned character, he doesn't look light skinned. And then they have like large spectacles, like big moments where he's doing his Vash the Stampede stuff. And the music was really good, like the opening and intro and the outro, and some of the stuff that was playing during his moments and big impactful moments was really good. What I didn't like though was just the voice actor. It was in Japanese, and the voice actor just seemed. I mean, when it was serious, and then when it became playful, it didn't feel like the same person. But that's how he acts in the show as well. But the voice acting, it just felt like it was just too much. At times where I felt like, I don't know what you're saying, but I know you overselling it. That's kind of how I felt. So yeah, but overall, I'm intrigued. I want to finish it, and I want to continue to watch it. But I think they gotta tread lightly because there's some mixed situations or mixed thoughts on it. Overall, though, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty decent, and I think if people just give it a little more time to kind of come into itself. I hope they're not rushing the story or really making it feel weird, because a lot of stuff happened in that first episode, and that kind of worries me that they might try to rush a lot of the character development and stuff because they think we know it. But I think that type of stuff is what made the story good, and how we saw Vash go through different scenarios and kind of unlock another piece of his history was kind of cool. But I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. But right now, I think it's going to be, I think for the moment, it's looking to be a solid 7 out of 10 if it continues to bring this level of artistry. But if it can succeed, which the bar isn't that high, so they can definitely exceed my expectations. They can definitely get to like an 8, an 8.5. But I think just because it's a remake, you got to get knocked just because. But we'll see. Yeah, I think Trigun is just, it's a little more beloved than normal. I don't believe he ever finished it. I don't know if the original creator ever finished that show. I don't believe he did. I think I read that somewhere. He never finished it. Because I don't read the mangas, of course. I'm not the manga reader. But I did watch the anime. I thought it was really good. So, yeah. We'll see. We will see. Any anime? I know y'all don't watch no anime. Any anime or stuff y'all been watching? I know. I think probably the only thing is probably Super. Right, Jalen?
I mean, I guess not necessarily anime. They started the Dragon Ball Super manga back up, which was cool. I guess it's supposed to start basically where, I think it's the prequel to Superhero, I guess, but it comes out once a month. So I got to see if this kind of more so like Dragon Ball Z slice of, or Dragon Ball Super slice of life and stuff, or is it just something a little bit more like they actually gonna start keeping Goten and Trunks in the like haven't been used a lot, because that's what was basically going on in the last chapter, which was cool. But I got to see my boys Goku and Vegeta in there because I'm the real dogs. But so that I was watching a little bit of Case Closed like this past week or two.
Case
but
Closed.
Bro. But I don't have any like Crunchyroll. Well, I think my friend got Crunchyroll. He said I can use it, George. But yeah, I ain't been watching nothing for real though. I low-key wanted to try to watch My Hero because they're talking about that Vigilante Deku, but I just don't think it's gonna really matter that much to me personally, especially since I ain't been keeping up with the show to know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't really watch it anymore. Just felt like it was a little too slow, and it was too much of the. Felt like too much of it, the big three essence fillers and unnecessary portions, and I'm kind of over them doing that too. So I think Bleach is a really good step away because it's not as much filler. And because they did it before already, and we know these characters, I feel like they can get away with it. But when people are introducing to new characters and they want you to be really attached to them, they feel like they have to flesh it out to an extent where you don't care. So I just don't care about Hero no more. But I do like Deku. I like him as a character, and I want to see where he ends up. But I just don't have the capacity to watch him anymore because of just all of the extra. And maybe I can go back and say which episodes can I miss, and I usually do that. But we'll see. But
yeah, no, that's what I'm kind of curious about too. So, I do gotta watch Bleach though. I've been wanting to watch Bleach.
Oh yeah, that 1,000-Year War go hard. They go dummy for real. Like the first 6-7 episodes, sheesh. You in for a show. It's kind of just like when he first went to, why can't I think of the name now? The freaking world, Soul Society. When he first went to Soul Society, he was banging with everybody. Like when he first got there, that's how I feel. But it's just like so much going on, bro. And like, then now they slowing down. They gotta go through his like, you know. Anyways, I ain't gonna give it away, but I don't like how they do that, man. You know, I don't like that. I was like, bro, just keep it going, bro. I don't need him to find a new way to do something. I need him to use his powers. No, baby. I need him to go out this business and get busy. But you know how they do. Oh, he gotta unlock this special. Man, get out of here with that crap, dog. I want to see box. That's why I liked the Naruto so much at first. They were just boxing. But now, you know, everybody got a super kill, death blow, earth shattering, super. Like, bro, get out of my face.
They turned into Megazords.
They turned into the Megatron and the Decepticons or whatever they was bringing into the world, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm done. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, anime is in a good space if you're interested in some stuff. I mean, I watch things like Spy Family. It's just like comic relief, going through a bunch of stuff with their the wife and the makeshift family they have. I mean, that's like totally different from anything else that I watch, you know. And I like pretty much all anime. It just depends on if it's going to be interesting or not. So Chainsaw Man has not been as great as I wanted to be. I haven't finished it yet, but hopefully it kind of picks up. But it's just been a lot of I don't know, the animation of it. I don't like. I never liked that animation style, and it's bothering me. But I can still watch it. But if the story is not good and the animation sucks, then it kind of throws me off. So we'll see if I finish it. I'll let y'all know. But yeah, that's the update on animation. Anime. I don't know about Josh. I don't think you ain't watching nothing, have you?
Y'all know me. I don't watch no Gokus. I don't watch no Ichigos. No Naruto's. No One Pieces. Nobody.
Yeah, I got
Keep it on.
Yeah, I know, man. We get it. You was on your Disney for a little bit though. I mean, did you watch what's the name? Andor?
No, I ain't watched Andor yet.
Oh man. Okay, well.
But I mean, I know you say you binge watch shows. I don't binge watch TV. Like it'd be like once a day or once every other day. So
yeah, I just finished watching Jenny in Georgia, and I regret that, but I watched it over this weekend. It wasn't bad. It was just like they still at the same spot they left at. I was like, bro, I'm done with this show. So, it's not really a spoiler because you're still gonna have to go through the motions with them. So if actually interested in watching it, the viewers out there, Jenny in Georgia will waste your time, but you'll have a fun time watching it at least anyway. You like, man, they making stupid decisions. Let me turn the next one on. So that's probably what's gonna happen. But yeah, okay. I don't really have much else. I don't want to push it up because we got the time, but I don't really have anything else to talk about. I don't think there's anything else that really went down in the gaming world. We waiting on some good games to come out. I'm gonna do some more research on this One Piece Odyssey. Hopefully it's worth it. And yeah, I ain't really got much else. Oh shoot, I forgot all about CES. Man, how did I forget about my OLEDs, man? Not the OLEDs. I keep it brief. It's the OLED that they got brighter. That's pretty much the gist of it. They have created a new technology now where the OLEDs can get almost as bright as QLEDs and mini LEDs. I don't know what they're doing, but there's a lot of peak brightnesses that's off the charts when it comes to OLEDs. This is obviously going to be a little bit obviously more expensive technology, but yeah, it's just something else that something else to desire now. I mean, your OLED doesn't get as bright, your colors aren't as popping, whatever. But you know me, I will grab all that information, try to condense it, and probably put a video out about CES on my channel for BC the Universe. As in, this isn't really, we don't really go back and forth about OLEDs. y'all ain't really got much information on it. But yeah, I'll try to do that sometime this week or next on the weekend to kind of give you guys some perspective on what it's actually doing and if it's worth your money. If you probably got if you haven't upgraded in 3 years, 4 years from an OLED that you had previously, it's definitely worth it. But if you upgrade in the last 1 or 2 years, I don't think that that's the benefit that we want to spend our money on yet. I think the benefit comes from that plus 2 other things. I always want to put that rule out there that it has to be 3 technology advances that really is significant before you gotta upgrade. One of those was HDMI 2.1 for me. The other was the all of the extra features that came along with owning a newer OLED. Even though the brightness wasn't as bright as it has been showcased at CES 2023, there was a brightness level to it. There was a technology and stop and burn in all of these, and the smaller screen size, the ability to have it in a smaller form factor. Those were my 3 shifts, enough to kind of make me want to go and buy another one. But now that I have those, just being brighter isn't enough. It has to have 2 more other things. So that's a rule of thumb for a lot of technology outside of consoles. I mean, when you buy one of those, you're probably going to get the best of the best, and everything's probably changed. So, but yeah, I put something together and kind of talk about that. And then the other thing was the PlayStation controller for their more mobile, disabled or lack of mobility controller. They have their more accessible controller now that they launched. I forget the name of it. I think it was called Project something. Don't remember the name offhand. But they have their new.
Wasn't it Leonardo?
Leonardo, yeah. Sony Project Leonardo. So they brung their out, and Xbox had the adaptive controller a couple years back that was pretty successful too. So I'm just glad that they're providing options for people to kind of have this type of stuff and have this need, and I'm glad that they're bringing that out too. So yeah, but everything else I didn't see much that I thought was I didn't see much that I thought was super game changing. So I keep looking.
No interesting Android devices coming out.
Nah. Not that I've seen. I mean, I think I forget how long CES goes. Or I don't know if it's over now. Yeah, it is over. So I don't. Yeah. No, I don't really. I don't really see nothing else that I thought was eye catching. I watched some other people's content and see if there was anything that I missed. But overall, there was really the TV, the OLED, being able to get brighter, and I think that the device, this Project Leonardo. So, but okay, well, I'm gonna leave it at that. I want to thank you guys for listening. If you got to this part, you're the real OG as always. I appreciate you guys just listening to us talk about nothing, talk about content, talk about video games. It's humbling when I see numbers that people are actually watching us or listening to us, and I want to thank you for that. You can always find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to rate us. If you find our topics and the conversation interesting, write us about it, talk about it, share it. We appreciate it. But anything else before we get up out of here, Jalen and Josh?
Yeah. Go ahead, give us your feedback and your bad opinions about video games. You can tweet them directly at BCD Universe on Twitter. Yeah, if you want to 1v1 Jalen in Overwatch, who got the better Ash, you can hit him up as well.
Custom matches,
but no.
get busy.
Josh started looking for new players to play with on Wireframe, so if you want to hop on
Wireframe, I run y'all through the story like I did Jalen and Deontay.
Oh my god!
Get to that good content.
Talk about time wasted.
Y'all ain't finished. Y'all quit right before we got to the story.
What's that girl
I'm
name?
surprised I kept y'all hooked that long.
Man, we was talking about. I remember I kept trying to build stuff, and I was like, man, I got the resources. So we had to come back or go mine some other stuff. And then I remember putting it in the machine to get it mined, and you had to wait. And I don't remember going back and checking. So that was the last thing I did. So, yeah. Yeah, it's Warframe. I mean, it's still a free game.
Straight to the grenade.
And the latest story, you can play as a Grenier, Jalen.
Ain't them like failed people or something like that? I forgot. I shouldn't even.
Yeah, you guys to play as a stranded Grenier in like a couple story missions.
Damn, didn't you like kill Lotus or something?
I haven't played it, but yeah, she the yeah.
Drink to the grenade.
Yeah, it's interesting. But okay, well, I'm about to I guess chill for a little bit, but thank you guys for listening as always, and we will talk to you all. Oh, here come a train again, and we will talk to you all in the next one.
Tell that train to stop, man.
Peace. Can't stop, won't stop.